Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Atlanta Hawks. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's an interesting matchup here, Clark, especially in the backcourt.
Well, you've got guards that can do a little bit of everything. They pass it, they score it, they can control and manage tempo. I think it makes for a very entertaining game.
Chalk up two there. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Philadelphia moving the ball over. Launches a three. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the basket by Wade.
And it looks like this is where Wade's at his best. Moving, playing downhill.
Collins looking around. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Collins has got 9.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Iverson passes to LaRusso. Here's Collins. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Terry. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 76ers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Not as easy as it looks to find your man wide open like that.
And here's Collins from outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 16 points for him.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Banked in off the glass. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the 76ers. Robinson's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Wade, and it's sent back by Howard.
Huge swat from the big fella Howard. An absolute force defensively.
Collins, good.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And stolen by Iverson. Pass to Collins. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 17. Terry looking over the floor. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Here's Hobson. And he really played well against Denver. And here's Collins from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Collins has got 26 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now, here's Collins, following the miss by Jason Terry. And finished off by Collins.
Turned on the jets and then flew in for the landing.
51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And there's Terry. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Here's Wade. And the rejection by Collins. From the baseline. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 30 points for the chosen one.
What a smooth stroke. You expect that good-looking shot to go in every time.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Will it go? That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. Now Collins. 30 points in the game.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And the rejection by Collins. And so it's Philadelphia holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Bonner. And the rejection by Collins.
Sending it right back where it came from with no hesitation.
Bangs home the trifecta. Collins has got 37.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Glover, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And Philadelphia making a change here. McKee's checked in. Jarvis Hayes is checked in for the Hawks. And so it's Atlanta with it. Here's Robinson. And it's sent back by Howard.
Terrific job by him to get ideal positioning on defense there.
Oh, my!
Wow!
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Pass to Bonner. Outside for Robinson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
For Philadelphia, they've got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And finished off by Collins.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Puts one up from 19. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Wade's got 8 points.
And those pull-up jumpers are going to serve Wade well. He's got great hands, and he doesn't get out of rhythm.
Well, every team trying to still figure out, Greg, their playing time. At what point do you feel teams have an established rotation?
Depends on the team, Kevin. You figure you want some consistency not too far into the season.
Here's Wade after the Sixers pick up 2. Fires the 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And Wade is very selective from this area, but he can absolutely knock down the triple.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And the Hawks making a change here. Philadelphia's gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. Collins dishes to Iverson. It's stolen by Wade. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. The shot's good. Abdul-Rahim's got his first basket of the night.
And you know what makes Abdul-Rahim so hard to handle in that low post is the number of moves he has. It's just a matter of which one is he going to use.
point-blank range, that's what you want.
Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Heat. To the left wing, here's Hayes. Another three for Atlanta.
Oh, good vision from Terry. Able to find an open teammate there for the deuce.
It's Collins with the drive. And finished off by Collins.
You know, he appears to be pretty locked in offensively. Not having much trouble at all finding the shots.
Terry outside. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Over Howard. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And when he has to, Abdul-Rahim can stretch things out, putting up that silky mid-range jump shot.
Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Terry kicks to Robinson. Takes a shot at the elbow. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Working over that medium range area.
Here's Collins. And another one falls.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Pass to Hayes. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Hayes has got 5 points so far.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Collins. Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. To the paint. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Cannot afford to give Abdul-Rahim prime-time real estate inside because he's dunking it on top of your head if you do.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Wade. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Back to Terry. This one for three. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. He has 7.
What makes Terry dangerous from range is how efficient he is. I mean, this guy does not waste these opportunities.
Collins, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And good that time.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
And so it's Philadelphia in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Wasted no time on that one. Terry's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks. Here's Collins, and another one falls. Amazing!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Poked loose and stolen by Iverson. Inside and finished off by Collins.
Wow, making sure of that.
Now here's Terry. 10 points for him. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Terry's got 12 points in the game.
And that Terry jumper there, that's the shot capable of doing a lot of damage. On the spot up or the pull-up, Terry's got a great eye for that shot. And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself. than the rest of the team.
And the Hawks with possession here. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Outside Collins. Yet another bucket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. And it's Terry with the ball for Atlanta. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Wade passes to Terry. Out left to the wing. Here's Hayes. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 7.
Boy, they got a clean look there.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Took him no time at all on that one. Collins has got 14 points now in the second half.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Nice and composed there, not letting anything throw him off.
Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Collins, good.
You know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Wade against Iverson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Wade's got 17 now.
Oh, big scoring night for Wade. Many more of these to come.
Another bucket! Wow!
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the third. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And he'll free up more space for himself on the perimeter with buckets like that. Wade's smart to get to work inside. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And the Hawks with possession here after the Sixers pick up 2. Count it.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Hawks have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. To the middle, here's Abdul Rahim, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
When Terry isn't scoring, he's dropping dimes. Great passer. So when he has the ball, be on the lookout.
And how about the look at the midair theatric switching hands before the slam?
Wow, added just a touch of class to that throwdown.
Boy, that was a bit risky because it's easy to lose control of the ball that way, but he knew what he was doing.
On deep, Collins. Pass to Iverson, and here's Collins. Covered by Hayes. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Here's Terry. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Terry's got 14.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there. Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
From deep three-point land. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's Philadelphia With a 34-point advantage heading into the break, this has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. We'll return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. That'll be a 5-second call.
Down violation. Atlanta ball.
Here's Glover. And he makes good on the layup. Glover's got his first bucket in this one.
If you get the ball that close, you kind of have to finish it.
76ers moving the ball around. Wembanyama with it. And there's the drive, and Wembanyama throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Wembanyama has got 4 points now in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
And the basket is good. Here's Dickow. Ball's knocked loose. And now the 76ers on the break. Atkins passes to Wembanyama. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Glover. No good on that one. Excellent D from Howard. For Philadelphia, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Collins checked in for Wembanyama. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Collins against Wade. And the rejection by Collins. From past the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's stacking up threes the way he is. I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Hayes after the Sixers pick up 2. Kicks it out to Terry. Another shot. Again, the Hawks score.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And then Collins slams it in.
Oh, big-time jam. Man, that was sensational.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Atkins passes to Buckner. Here's Collins. And yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Abdul-Rahim and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And tonight, they took the time needed, made the plays they had to, and that's why they're going up 1-0 in their 3-game season series against the Hawks.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Chosen One.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Atlanta with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Williams, who's checked in for Philadelphia.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your 76er. Number 5, Monty Williams.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. It's Terry outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Terry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Defenders have to be alert to what Terry's able to do because he's quick at pulling the trigger on the catch.
Wade finds Terry. Back to Wade. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Jason
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires from the wing and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Pass to Buckner. Here's Collins. Drives to the hoop and finished off by Collins.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can